I'm Billy Bell, a costermonger, as you sees, a dealing in carrots, turnips, leeks and cabbages, cauliflower and broccoli. Really, I may say, I deals in everything what's in the vegetable way. And though I work so hard, I likes me pleasure too. Once a year, like other folk, the nobby thing can do. For every Derby day, I dresses up so smart and drives myself to Hepson in me little donkey cart. Yes, I'm up with the lark that morning and up to all sorts of larks all day. Tain't no hardship for me to get up early. I'm as wide awake then as at any other time. With the first of the vehicles, you'll see me on the road, going to the Derby, looking very smart, doing all the journey in me donkey cart, passing all the vehicles like a blimmin' dart, going to the Derby in me little donkey cart. And when I gets to Hepson, amongst the bustle there, I puts away me donkey, what hasn't turned to air. Then I gets me luncheon, a chunk of bread and cheese, with a gallon jar of fourpenny, at which you wouldn't sneeze. And while I sits enjoying me very humble fare, I sees the swells their chamois and their nobby things prepare, but they doesn't eat and drink with a better heart than me, what goes to Hepson in me little donkey cart. Then when I gets home, I gives Billy his supper, that's me, and Tommy a rub down, that's me donkey. Tumbles into me virtuous couch, up in the morning to work a-selling me vegetables, and goes ahead like a good un till the time comes round again. And every year, if you look out for me, you'll see me going to the Derby, looking very smart, doing all the journey in me donkey cart, passing all the vehicles like a blimmin' dart, going to the Derby in me little donkey cart. My Lord Tomnoddy got up one day, and his lordship rang for his cabriolet. Tiger Tim was clean of limb, his boots were polished, his jacket was trim, with a very smart tie, his smart cravat, and a smart cockade on the top of his hat. Tallest of boys or shortest of men, he stood in his stockings just 4 feet 10. And he asked as he held the door on the swing, "Pray, did your lordship please to ring?" "Yes, Tiger Tim, come, tell me true, what may a nobleman find to do?" Tim bit his lip, Tim scratched his head, Tim let go the handle, and thus Tim said, as the door released behind him banged, "And please you, my lord, there's a man to be hanged." My Lord Tomnoddy jumped up at the news, and ran to Sir Carnaby Jenks of the Blues, took a squint at his watch, it was 2:30, so he ran to MacFew, the Lieutenant Dragoon. Rope dancers a score I've seen before, Madam Saki and Master Blackmore, but to see a man swing at the end of a string with his neck in a noose would be quite a new thing. My Lord Tomnoddy stepped into his cab. It was dark rifle green with a lining of drab. Through street and through square, his high-trotting mare, like one of Duke Crow's, goes pawing the air. Adown Piccadilly and Waterloo Place went the high-trotting mare at the deuce of a pace. She produced some alarm, but she didn't do harm, save frightening a nurse with a child on her arm, knocking down, very much to the sweeper's dismay, an old woman who wouldn't get out of the way, upsetting a stall near Exeter Hall, which made all the pious church mission folks squall. Now eastward afar, through Temple Bar, my Lord Tomnoddy directs his car, never heeding their squalls, their calls, or their bawls, and barely just catching a glimpse of St. Paul's, turns down the Old Bailey in front of the jail. He pulls up at the door of a gin shop and gaily cries, "What must I fork out tonight, my trump, for the whole first floor of the Magpie and Stump?" The clock struck 12, 'tis dark midnight, but the Magpie and Stump's one blaze of light. The parties are met, the tables are set. There's punch, cold without, hot within, heavy wet. Ale glasses and jugs and rummers and mugs, and sand on the floor without carpet or rugs. Cold fowl and cigars, pickled onions in jars, Welsh rabbits and kidneys, rare work for the jaws. The clock struck 1, the supper is done. Sir Carnaby Jenks is full of his fun. My Lord TOMNODDY is drinking gin toddy and laughing and joking at everybody. All singing and drinking, save Captain McFuse, who's dropping his head and taking a snooze, while Sir Carnaby Jenks is busy at work, blacking his nose with a piece of burnt cork. The clock struck 2, and the clock struck 3. Who's so merry as we? The clock struck 4. Round the debtor's door are gathered a couple of thousand or more. The clock struck 5, the sheriffs arrive, and the crowd is so great the street seems alive. Sir Carnaby Jenks blinks and winks, a candle burns down in the socket and stinks. While Lieutenant Tragoo and my Lord TOMNODDY are nodding their heads through drinking their toddy. And just as the dawn is beginning to peep, the whole of the party are fast asleep. The clock struck 9, the finishing stroke. And then my Lord TOMNODDY awoke, and Tragoo and Sir Carnaby Jenks arose, and Captain McFuse with the black on his nose. Hello, hello, here's the devil to pay. Fellow's been cut down and taken away. They'll laugh at us and quiz us all over the town. We're all of us done so uncommonly brown. What was to be done? It was perfectly plain. They couldn't well hang the man over again. What was to be done? The man was dead. So my Lord TOMNODDY went home to bed. Through being fond of acting right straightforward, just and fair, I try to make my troubles light, and little do I care. As happy as a king I live on just what I can spare, and from experience I give this hint: act on the square. Act on the square, boys, act on the square. Upright and fair, boys, act on the square. Act on the square, boys, act on the square. Upright and fair, boys, act on the square. Now in the street a thing so bad, which often is the case, a swellish, foolish-looking lad some modest girl will chase. Then square you round and let him know, if he annoyance dare, you'll give him striking proof to show how to act on the square. Act on the square, boys, act on the square. Upright and fair, boys, act on the square. Act on the square, boys, act on the square. Upright and fair, boys, act on the square. When out one night some noisy swell the Haymarket kept alive, one Sergeant X with oyster shells to pelt they did contrive. They nearly got into disgrace, but squaring served them there, and brightly shone the Bobby's face, who liked to see things square. Act on the square, boys, act on the square. Upright and fair, boys, act on the square. Act on the square, boys, act on the square. Upright and fair, boys, act on the square. If I had a donkey, what wouldn't go? Do you think I'd wallop him? No, no, no. But gentle means I'd tried, you see, because I hate all cruelty. If all had been like me, in fact, there'd have been no occasion for Martin's act. Dumb animals to prevent being cracked on the head. If I had a donkey, what wouldn't go? I never would wallop him, no, no, no. I'd give him some hay and cry, gee, woo, and come up, me Neddy. What makes me mention this the more, I see that cruel chap Bill bore, whilst he was a-crying out his greens, his donkey walloped with all his means. He hit him over the head and thighs. He brought the tears into me eyes. At last my blood began to rise. Bill turned to me and said, then p'raps you're one of these Mr. Martin's chaps, what's now a-seeking for occasion, all for to lie and information. Though this I stoutly did deny, Bill up and gave me a blow in the eye. And I replied, as I let fly at his head, if I had a donkey what wouldn't go, I never would wallop him. No, no, no. I would give him some hay and cry, gee, woo, and come up, me Neddy. As Bill and I did break the peace, to us came up the new police, and hiked us all for sure as fate afore the sitting magistrate. I told his worship all the spree, and for to prove my veracity, I wished he would the animal see. Bill's donkey was ordered into court, in which he caused a deal of sport. He cocked his ears and oped his jaws, as if he wished to plead his cause. I proved I'd been uncommonly kind. The ass got a verdict. Bill got fined. For his worship and me was of one mind. And we said, if we had the donkey, what wouldn't go? We never would wallop him, no, no, no. I'd give him some hay and cry, gee-oh, and come up, me Neddy. The cloth was laid in the workhouse hall, the greatcoats hung on the whitewashed wall. The paupers all were blithe and gay, keeping their Christmas holiday. When the master he cried with a roguish leer, you'll all get fat on your Christmas cheer. When one by his looks did seem to say, I'll have some more soup on this Christmas day. Oh, the poor workhouse boy, oh, the poor workhouse boy. At length all on us to bed was sent. The boy was missing, in search we went. We sought him above, we sought him below, we sought him with faces of grief and woe. We sought him that hour, we sought him that night, we sought him in fear, and we sought him in fright. When a young pauper cried, I knows we shall get jolly well whopped for losing our pal. Oh, the poor workhouse boy. Oh, the poor workhouse boy. We sought in each corner, each crevice we knew. We sought down the yard, we sought up the flue. We sought in each kettle, each saucepan, each pot. In the water butt looked, but found him not. And weeks rolled on, we were all of us told that somebody said he'd been burnt and sold. When our master goes out, the parishioners wild cry, there goes the cove that burnt the poor child. Oh, the poor workhouse boy. Oh, the poor workhouse boy. At length the soup copper repairs did need. The coppersmith came, and there he seed a dollop of bones lay a-grizzling there. In the leg of the breeches the poor boy did wear. To gain his fill the boy did stoop, and dreadful to tell, he was boiled in the soup. And we all of us say, and we say it sincere, that he was pushed in there by an overseer. Oh, the poor workhouse boy. Oh, the poor workhouse boy. There was a gay young farmer who lived on Salisbury Plain. He loved a rich knight's daughter dear, and she loved him again. The night he was distressed that they should sweethearts be, so he had the farmer soon pressed and sent him off to sea, singing, rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be married to a mermaid at the bottom of the deep blue sea. 'Twas on the deep Atlantic, midst equinoctial gales, this young farmer fell overboard among the sharks and whales. He disappeared so quickly, so headlong down went he, that he went out of sight like a streak of light to the bottom of the deep blue sea.
Singing, rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be married to a mermaid at the bottom of the deep blue sea.
He said that as he went down, great fishes did he see. They seemed to think as he did wink that he was rather free. But down he went so quickly, saying 'tis all up with me, when he met a lovely mermaid at the bottom of the deep blue sea.
Singing, rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be
married to a mermaid at the bottom of the deep blue sea. Some people you've met in your time, no doubt, who never look happy or gay. I'll tell you the way to get jolly and stout if you'll listen a while to my lay. I've come here to tell you a bit of my mind, and please with the same if I can. Advice in my song you will certainly find, and a motto for every man. So we will sing and banish melancholy. Trouble may come, we'll do the best we can to drive care away. For grieving is a folly. Put
your shoulder to the wheel is a motto for every man. We cannot all fight in this battle of life. The weak must go to the wall. So do to each other the thing that is right, for there's room in this world for us all. Credit refuse if you've money to pay. You'll find it the wiser plan. And a penny lay by for a rainy day is a motto for every man.
Drive care away, for grieving is a folly. Put your shoulder to the wheel is a motto for every man.
Economy study, but don't be mean. A penny may lose a pound. Through this world, a conscience clean will carry you safe and sound. It's all very well to be free, I own, to do a good turn when you can. But charity always commences at home. There's a motto for every man.
So we will sing and banish melancholy. Trouble may come, we'll do the best we can to drive care away, for grieving is a folly. Put your shoulder to the wheel is a motto for every man. Hey, Betty Martin, tiptoe, tiptoe, hey, Betty Martin. Oh, Betty Martin, tiptoe, tiptoe, my eye, Betty Martin.
In Yorkshire I were born and bred, and knows a thing or two, sir. Nay, what be more, me father said, me wit would bring me through, sir. At single stick or kiss the maids, I were the boy for certain. Says I, push on, to be afraid, me I and Betty Martin.
Hey, Betty Martin, tiptoe, tiptoe, hey, Betty Martin. Oh, Betty Martin, tiptoe, tiptoe, my eye, Betty Martin.
At inn arrived, I met a man who offered me his service to take me baggage were his plan and help me to a Jarvis. But stop, says I, this won't do. Your rigs I knows for certain. Your kindness, friend, between me and you's me I and Betty Martin.
Hey, Betty Martin, tiptoe, tiptoe, hey, Betty Martin. Oh, Betty Martin, tiptoe, tiptoe, my eye, Betty Martin.
I've seen the lions and the tower, the circus Ashley's too, sir. The plays and giants strike the hour, and all that's strange to view, sir. So back to home I'll turn again, and marry Doll for certain. I'll please her so that to complains me I and Betty Martin.
Hey, Betty Martin, tiptoe, tiptoe, hey, Betty Martin.
Oh, Betty Martin, tiptoe, tiptoe, me eye, Betty Martin, tiptoe.
Under the trees, a bowl on her knees, Maria sat silently shelling green peas. Under the trees, a bowl on her knees, Maria sat silently shelling green peas.
I sing you a ditty of a damsel so pretty who lived from the city some 17 miles. Her name is Maria, her worthy old sire was clerk and town crier. His name was John Stiles, with lips like the cherry, a smile too so merry, I thought her the very one suited to please, and when I first met her and tried hard to get her, for worse or for better, she was shelling green peas. Under the trees, a bowl on her knees, Maria sat silently shelling green peas. I'd long loved her dearly, truly, sincerely. At length I thought really I'd settle in life. Although aged 50, I'd been very thrifty, and thought 'twas high time to be taking a wife. With bosom on fire, in search of Maria, through lanes of wild briar, or shadowed by trees, I strolled to the spot where outside her cot there she was sitting so patiently shelling green peas. Under the trees, a bowl on her knees, Maria sat silently shelling green peas. I stepped up unto her, commencing to woo her. I said that no truer fond heart could be found than mine, if she'd take me some morning and make me the happiest mortal for 20 miles round. I said our life might be one round of delight, like the little birds singing upon the green trees, to a whisper then dropping my voice without stopping. The question was popping as she popped the peas.
Under the trees, a bowl on her knees, Maria sat silently shelling green peas. Under the trees, a bowl on her knees,
Maria sat silently shelling green peas. Oh, run me at I wears a green willow. Oh, run me at for a 12-month and a day. If anyone should ask it, the reason why I wears it, tell them that my true love is far, far away. 'Twas going of me rounds in the streets, I did meet her. Oh, I thought she was an angel just come down from the sky. She'd a nice vegetable countenance, turnip nose, reddish cheeks, and carroty hair. And I never hear a voice more louder and more sweeter. When she cried by my primroses, come by. Here's your fine cauliflowers. Oh, my love, she was fair, and my love, she was kind too, and cruel was the judge what my love had to try. Here's your precious turnips, for thieving was a thing she never was inclined to, but he sent my love across the seas far, far away. Here's your aunt, Auntie Cabbage Eggs, for 7 long years. My love and I are parted for 7 long years. My love is bound to stay. 'Tis a precious long time before I does any trade today. Bad luck to the chap, what would ever be false-hearted. Oh, I'd love my love forever, though she's far away. Here's your nice heads of celery. Oh, I bought my love a ring on the very day she started, which I gave her as a token all to remember me. Bless her eyes. And when she does come back, oh, we'll never more be parted, but we'll marry and be happy, oh, forever and a day. Here's your fine spring radishes, here's your lovely cauliflowers, lovely turnips, here's your cabbages, cabbages, bye-bye, bye-bye. My clothing was once of a linsey woolsey fine, my mane it hung long, and my coat it did shine. But now I'm growing old, and nature doth decay. My master he frowns on me, and thus I heard him say, poor old horse. My lodging it was once in a stable oh so warm, to keep my tender limbs and my body from all harm. But now in open fields I am forced to go, to bear the wintry weather, cruel rain and frost and snow. Poor old horse. My feeding was once on the best of English hay, that e'er grew in the fields or in the meadows gay. But now there's no such comfort that I can find at all, and I am forced to nab the short grass that grows against the wall. Poor old horse. My skin unto the huntsman I readily bequeath, my flesh unto the foxhounds I also freely give, and all my swift body that runs so many miles, o'er hedges, ditches, hills and dales, and likewise gates and stiles. Poor old horse. The way I gain my titles by a hobby which I've got, of never letting others pay, however long the shop. Whoever drinks at my expense are treated all the same. From dukes and lords to cabmen down, I make them drink champagne. For Champagne Charlie is my name. Champagne drinking is me game. There's no drink as good as fizz, fizz, fizz. I'll drink every drop there is. All round town it is the same. By pop, pop, pop I rose to fame. I'm the idol of the barmaids, and Champagne Charlie is my name. From coffee and from supper rooms, from Poplar to Pall Mall, the girls on seeing me exclaim, oh, what a champagne swell! The notion 'tis of everyone, if 'twere not for my name. And causing so much to be drunk, they'd never make champagne. All together now, me boys, for
Champagne Charlie is my name. Champagne Charlie is my name. Good for any game at night, my boys. Good for any game at night, my boys. Champagne Charlie is my name. Champagne Charlie is my name. Good for any game at night, boys. Who come and join me in the spree.
All round town it is the same. By pop, pop, pop I rose to fame. I'm the idol of the barmaids, and Champagne Charlie is my name.